Good evening, you watching India Speaks on NDTV 24/7. I'm Neha Khanna. It's been the biggest talking point in the country for the last 3 days, even as the heated debate on the Nirbhaya documentary rages on. And despite the Indian government banning it and making all sorts of attempts to block its broadcast, scores of people by now have seen the film. That's because the BBC decided to air it last night itself. What's more, it's there on the social media for all to see. The centre now says it will take action against the BBC. Many people who've watched the film insist it should be aired as it exposes the twisted rape mindset. Many say the argument that the film gives the rapist a platform has no merit and the reality of rape cannot be brushed under the carpet. Now, apart from the absolutely obnoxious statements made by the rapist Mukesh Singh, the one thing that has got most people talking are the bizarre, downright misogynistic and revolting remarks made by the defense lawyers in this documentary. Remarks that reflect their medieval and many say dangerous mindsets as they blame women for the brutal, unspeakable crimes committed against them. My colleague Ketki Angre spoke to one of those lawyers, and no, he has expressed no remorse. Let's listen in.
So what do you mean when you say that she's like a diamond and the dog will come and take the diamond?
I tell you, what is the everything is counted the value. हमारे यहाँ सबसे ज़्यादा कीमती चीज़ को हम जिस तरह से सुरक्षित रखते हैं, हमें उससे भी ज़्यादा सुरक्षित अपने लेडीज़ को रखना चाहिए हमारी सोसाइटी में. क्योंकि अगर लेडी नहीं होती तो ये सोसाइटी ही नहीं हो सकती है, और अगर हम अपनी लेडी को सुरक्षित नहीं रख सकते तो सोसाइटी भी सुरक्षित नहीं हो सकती. और इसकी जिम्मेदारी, मैं नहीं कहता कि लेडी की सुरक्षित की जिम्मेदारी लेडी के ऊपर छोड़ी जानी चाहिए. लेडी अपनी सुरक्षा खुद कर सकती है, मानता हूँ, लेकिन ये पुरुषों की जिम्मेदारी. इट्स ए ड्यूटी ऑफ द मैन टू प्रोटेक्ट लेडी इन ऑल सर्कमस्टांसेस, इन ऑल मैनर, आइदर दे आर नोन और अननोन टू देम. मैं मानता हूँ लोग वह नाराज हैं क्योंकि उन्होंने 4 ही लाइन तो सुनी. अगर इस इंटरव्यू का
सर वो 4 ही लाइन काफी थी ये जानने के लिए कि आपका सोचना या आपकी सोच किस तरह की है. लोग यही कह रहे हैं कि आपकी अगर इतनी गंदी सोच है जहाँ पे महिला का स्थान नहीं हो सकता सोसाइटी में, अगर वो माँ नहीं है, महिला का नहीं, अगर वो माँ नहीं है, बेटी नहीं है, बहन नहीं है या बीवी नहीं है तो उसका स्थान ही नहीं है.
नहीं, गलत बात. हमारे सोसाइटी में किसी भी महिलाओं को औरत की नज़र से देखे जाने का कोई स्थान नहीं है. जो पुरुष, कोई भी पुरुष चाहे किसी उम्र का हो, अगर वो किसी भी स्त्री को औरत की नज़र से देखेगा, इसका मतलब उसको गंदी नज़र से देखेगा. हमारी सोसाइटी में औरत का कोई स्थान नहीं. हमारी सोसाइटी में स्थान है महिला का, जिसको आप गंदी नज़र से नहीं देख सकते, और ना ही हम अलाउ करेंगे कि आप गंदी नज़रों से एक औरत की तरह उसको देखें. आपको देखना है एक अच्छे ढंग से देखिए, इज्जत से देखिए.
निर्भया की माँ तक ने ये कहा है कि ऐसे व्यक्ति को अरेस्ट किया जाना चाहिए क्योंकि उनके विचार बहुत ही भद्दे हैं.
मेरे ख्याल से सबसे पहले उस व्यक्ति को अरेस्ट किया जाना चाहिए जो कि निर्भया को एक ऐसी परिस्थिति में ले गया जहाँ पे कि उसके ऊपर इतना बड़ा आघात हुआ. आज मैंने गैंग रेप का मैटर इसलिए नहीं लिया है, मैं किसी एक्यूज को बचाने के लिए खड़ा हूँ. मैं आज भी निर्भया के लिए खड़ा हूँ इस गैंग रेप के मैटर में.
Blaming everyone but the rapist. One of the most unbelievable things stated by that lawyer: women have no place in society. Many senior lawyers have expressed outrage over those remarks made by the lawyers of Nirbhaya's rapists. But the big question is, will we see any action being taken against those lawyers who hold such views on women? Let's listen into some voices.
So far, comments against the women lot as a whole, that appear to be a bit unwarranted, uncalled for. But we can't do anything unless we get some complaint in this regard.
It is no part of a lawyer's professional duty to justify his client's conduct, especially when it's a crime, outside the court. Inside the court, as part of his duty as a defense lawyer, he has maximum latitude. But surely you can't justify a crime outside court. And what is more worrying is the mindset which is betrayed by these two lawyers. I've seen excerpts of what they've said. Surely the Bar Council has a duty to suo moto issue notice and ask for their explanation.
Joining me on the show are some of my colleagues who will bring us voices from across India, voices of young students, lawyers, activists and others on an issue that has most people feeling very, very angry today. I'm joined by Maya Sharma from Bengaluru, Sam Daniel from Chennai and Anand Patel from Chandigarh. Maya, let me come to you first. While we can talk about a lot of things like how the criminal justice system of this country needs to be vastly improved, how the attitudes and the mindsets need to be changed, today we want to focus on these defense lawyers who we've seen in this documentary. Now, when a lawyer who's supposed to be a custodian of law turns around and blames women for the unspeakable crimes that are perpetrated against them, you know something is seriously rotten in our society. What kind of reactions have you been getting from Bengaluru?
That's right, Neha. We talk about the mindset, the need for the mindset to change. And when it's lawyers, educated people, lawyers of the court, then it's really, really depressing to hear that. We're joined actually here by young law students, future lawyers, future members of that profession, for their take on what those lawyers said. What was your impression about when you heard what they had said?
Personally, as a student of law, I'm offended by such remarks made by the lawyer. I feel that when such educated professionals make such remarks, I feel it reflects on the flaws of the mindset of our society. I feel that it's high time that we start initiating reforms to change the patriarchal mindset of our society. Thank you.
In addition to what he said, it has to be put forward that it's not the woman who's at fault when in a rape. It is the man who's at fault, and such kind of thoughts where the woman got raped or such remarks have to be stopped. And further, we should look into policies of implementing the current laws in a better way rather than increasing the stricter punishment or any other such.
There have been calls also that these lawyers should be punished in some way, maybe debarred or something. But what are your thoughts on this as future lawyers?
Okay, as Madhav pointed out again, instead of blaming fingers at one generation of one gender of the society, we might as well stop pointing out fingers and rather work at implementing those laws and not passing on the buck. So that's my point on this.
What about the lawyers themselves who said this? It's caused a lot of shock. Should action be taken against them?
I really don't have an opinion whether action should be taken against them or not, but I personally feel that if I myself am the lawyer of the future, I would probably go for a judicial activist approach, probably ask the judges in order to give better laws, in order to give better laws where the policy formulation still lacks, probably what we saw in the Vishaka guidelines, and that's very, very...
Yes, and I do feel that lawyers need to instill confidence in the people, and they being the interpreters of the law, we look to them as what the law is, or what we find confidence in what they say. So what we feel at this stage is that there's no point in finding faults with each other or pointing fingers at each other. We'd rather have to focus on implementation of better laws and progressing further.
Absolutely. So young law students here in Bengaluru reacting to what the seniors in the profession said, not happy with what was said, and really something that reflects the mindset, knowing that needs to be changed.
Absolutely. A lot of questions being asked there, Maya. Let's now go across to Sam Daniel, who joins us from Chennai. Sam, the view that many people have expressed after watching that documentary is that the views expressed by the defense lawyers in this film perhaps are more worrying than even those of the rapist, because while the rapist is behind bars, these lawyers are free to practice law in courts across the country. What do people in Chennai have to say?
Well, Neha, I have with me a group of students who have managed to watch that film this afternoon, and let's speak to them. You heard what the lawyers had to say in that movie, the way they were they were revealing their mindset, the primitive mindset. What would you have to say on that?
It just shows the mindset of the people even today in India, especially the men. It's very important for them, for such people. He said women are like flowers, and if they're kept in temples, they will be worshipped. And if they move out, they will be...
practicing lawyers.
Practicing lawyers, they should, know how to...
Right.
It's just speechless.
Right. And the government wants to has banned this movie already. When you saw the movie, what was your thoughts on that?
When I first saw the documentary, I was deeply, deeply affected by it. We've heard about the Nirbhaya incident, we've read about it, but when we see this documentary gives us a direct insight into the people involved in this horrific incident. In every 20 minutes, one woman is raped in the country, and the documentary the reality of the situation just hits us that much harder after watching this documentary.
The government claims that it will create a bad impression around the world about India.
So I think the bad impression has already been created, and this documentary isn't really going to further that impression. But in a way, I think this documentary is also going to be showcasing a positive aspect of our country, in the sense that it shows how there was a mass awakening of conscience in relation to this incident. There were so many people.
And how important is to listen to the rapist's version of mine?
Because so far we have not known anybody's case. We had a very vague idea of the entire incident. Now we know what the rapist felt, and it's actually extremely ridiculous and outrageous. At that, in our country, though we have moved from a patriarchal society,
You want this movie to be banned?
Yeah, I do. The rapist had said some horrendous things in the movie, and we live in a country where people can make these statements. I'm sure there are going to be people who take these statements seriously.
Internationally, what kind of image will this have? Will bring about India?
The video has shown so much patriarchy that exists in our country, so that clearly shows how our image is being portrayed there, and now everybody must watch it, and women must rise against it, and it should not be banned. Everybody must watch it.
So Neha, mixed reactions and overwhelming responses in favor of the film shown across the country.